A whole lot of people make these mistakes now. They fail to ask these very important questions before entering into any relationship. So stay with me. I'm going to be telling you some of the important questions you must not miss to ask before entering that relationship with that girl or with that guy. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gloria Obi. Today I'm going to be telling you 10 questions you must never miss to ask before entering any relationship. So many relationships are just like they are ending quicker than it should. Like so many people rush into a relationship without finding out these very important things. That way they end up rushing out the same way. These questions are very important. Before you get committed, before you start that dating, you should definitely find out this thing from the potential partner that you intend to enter a relationship with. So the number one of this thing is the goal. Be sure to find out the goal of the girl or the guy that you intend going into that relationship with. Find out if your goal is tally. What is his goal in life? What does he plan? Like that relationship that he's coming for. What is his plan? Is it to just come and have fun for a little time and then go, or is it to build something serious that will lead to together forever? Is it? So let's know his goal. Find out his goal. I'm not saying you should interrogate. It should not be like an interrogative session. Find out her goal. Find out the reason why she wants to go into that relationship or he wants to go into the relationship. Find out their long-term plan. Is it just for fun? Is it just for us to be together forever? Whatever it is, try to find out before you go into the relationship. Then the next one you should ask. So many people miss this part. Like they fail to, they are just so scared to know this part. Like they don't want to know. They don't want to know what it is. They fail to ask this very important question. Very important. You must ask that person you intend going into that relationship with, that person you intend dating. You must ask if they have kids. Do you have kids? Ask him if he has kids. Ask her if she has kids. Let her know. And then that's the A part of it. When you find out if the person has kids, try to find out the relationship the person shares with the kid's mother or the kid's father. There's so many baby mamas or baby daddies that intend to affect your relationship very like, your relationship, they have a greater say. It's very difficult to be in a relationship with somebody who is still in who still shares love or has little feelings or whatever with their baby daddy or their baby mama. It's very difficult. So you have to find out if the person has a kid. Find out the relationship with the kid's mom or dad. What the person still how do they communicate? Like, are they still in good communication? How often? Just know the role that person is playing in that life right now, because so many relationships are ending. They are ending because of the child's father is back and I think I still have feelings, or the child's mother is back and I think I still have feelings. These are questions, these are things you ought to have known before you go into that relationship. If the person has kids, you should know. If you want to go be in a relationship with someone that has kids, it's not everybody that can do that. Some people do not mind. Some people don't mind. They just like, it is past, I can just go on. But some people, they can't do it. So you have to find out and know, to know if it's something you can deal with, it's something you cannot deal with. Okay. Then the next one is tell the person what you are looking for. Tell him what you are looking for. Is it for fun? And this part, when you're telling him what you're looking for, it's just like knowing the person's goal. But in this aspect, you have to watch the person's reaction when you tell that person what you're looking for. If you're the type that is looking for a relationship that will lead to marriage, or a relationship that you want to just have kids or whatever, whatever it is you're looking for, let that person know. You can tell the person, okay, let's say, for instance, you, the lady, wants a relationship that will lead to marriage, relationship where you get to have kids, so number of kids or whatever. So you should let the guy know that this is what you're looking for. And while you tell him this thing, try to watch out his reaction. They say action speaks louder than voice. That is so true. Action speaks louder than voice. So you should let him know and see his reaction. Some people might just say, you might tell him, I want a relationship to lead to marriage, and you're like, okay, no problem. You have to watch that action. Know when it's real. Know when he's faking it. It's very easy. You have to know. In this aspect, it is the action that will actually tell you what you're looking for. It's not what comes out of his mouth. What comes out of his mouth really doesn't matter. It might not be the truth, it might be the truth, but the action will certainly tell you that thing that you're looking for. So watch out for the action when you ask this question. Also find out how long it has been since his last relationship or her last relationship, and ask if the person is willing to move on to the next one. Some people get out from a very, very bad relationship and they just want to rush into the next one immediately. They are looking for who to use to heal, and believe me, you do not want to be in a relationship where the other person is trying to use you here. Yeah, I know some people heal differently. People heal differently. Some people might come out from a relationship a month ago and they are ready, they are healed already, they are fine, like they're not hurting anymore. But some, it takes them years, some months, depending. So find out when his last relationship was, and ask also if he's really ready, to move on to the next one. You should find out this. He might actually tell you yes. In this situation also, you should actually watch out the person's reaction. You know, there's some times that a person's reaction tells you a whole lot of things you just want to know. So watch out for his reactions and know what you should do. Then also find out his or her morals or beliefs. What does he believe in? What are his likes like? Some of you, okay, for an instance, you might not want to date someone who does laundry on weekends. I'm not saying laundry is a bad thing, or who runs errands on weekends. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying you might not actually want that. So you have to find out. You don't want to be in a relationship with someone you'd be ashamed of. You're ashamed of what the person does. So if you want to enter a relationship, you have to accept everything of that person. So that's why you have to find out to know if it's things you're perfectly okay with. All right, the very, very important one I always emphasize on all my videos: communication. Communication is very, very necessary. Find out how he or she does with communication. Some people are good communicators and good listeners, while some others are not. So you have to find out his stance on communication. Some people are good with communication, that when they feel a certain kind of way, that when there is an argument or a rift between you guys, they'll just want to talk about it. They want to communicate. They want to listen. What do you feel, or work out or something? They just want to communicate it. But some do not like it. They just keep it to themselves. And some of them get easily angry over that thing. Instead of talking it over, they get angry. And believe me, anger leads to something else. Someone who gets angry easily can easily or actually hit or be violent, or I don't know, but anger leads to something else. So find out his level of communication, what he thinks about communication. It is very, very important. These steps, these questions are things you should certainly know from the partner you intend to go into a relationship with. Don't be in such a haste. Don't be so pressurized to be in that relationship that you forget to ask these very, very important questions. You're doing yourself a whole lot of good if you find out these things before you go into that relationship, okay? Then also you should find out his or her definition of a good man or a good woman. When you say a man is good or a woman is good, what do you mean? What is your own definition? It is not complex. It is not complex. So it's something that when you ask this question, the person should be able to just answer easily, quickly. A good woman is a woman who is kind, who is loving, who is caring. For that person, you know it's good. Or a good man is one who can take care of his responsibilities or whatever. Just know his definition of a good man or her definition of a good woman, and it's good. It's not something that is complex. It's not something that is difficult to answer. It's not something that the person has to think or stammer or stutter about. So find this out and note it down, okay? You should also find out what that that thing about him or about her that he's trying to improve on, to make better. Everybody has something they are working on. Like, they have something you're working on yourself to be a better version of you. Don't tell me it's maybe waking up on time. No, that's nothing. Everybody has a demon they are fighting. This is a bad part of me that I'm working on to be better. Okay, for instance, I know that I procrastinate. Procrastination is not a good thing. I will do it, then I just don't do it, and then I end up doing it just the last minute, the last minute. It's not actually good, yeah, but I'm working on it, so that's mine. You don't know what that person's is, so you should try to find out what is that thing about you. What is that demon you're fighting? What's that thing you're trying to improve yourself on? What's that demon you're fighting? Some people fight with depression. you're trying to come out of depression, they get easily depressed. So some people, anger issues, I get angry easily. Some people, I talk too much and I just feel secrets without knowing, but I'm trying to work on it. So you should try to find out what that person is fighting with, and know if it's something you could help the person. But there are some demons that the person needs to fight alone and improve on alone. So you know if it's the one you want to be around the person while the person is improving on, or it's the one you know you want to help the person improve on. Don't be so carried away that you just see it as nothing. It is something, and it is something big. Be sure to also find out what the person is afraid to lose. Everybody has what they are afraid to lose. Find out what he's afraid to lose. Everybody has something that they're afraid to lose. It could be a loved one, it could be my career, it could be something, whatever. Just find out what it is the person is afraid to lose. And the last but not the least, just like the person has what they are afraid to lose, there is something the person cannot live without. I'm afraid to lose this thing, yeah, but if it just happens like this, I can actually just maybe make do with another or try to live. But there's something that one cannot live without. Like when that thing is not there, that is the end of their life. They're literally not living. So find out what that is. It could also be a loved one. It could be whatever it is the person has. So these things are very, very important. You need to know before you jump into that relationship, before you start dating whoever it is you want to date. You need to find out these things about that person so that you enjoy your relationship. You have it sweet and smooth. I know there is no perfect one. There is no one without issues or whatever, but it doesn't have to be toxic. It doesn't have to be something you regret, right? It's something you can always walk over. It's something you can handle. It's something you can just sort out easily. It's not big. So be sure to find out these things. Don't just blindly jump into, don't get carried away by the person's looks or whatever without finding these things out. And trust me, when you find out these things, you will be glad you actually did. So I'm just looking out for you. Be sure to do this thing and make the right decision in everything. Okay, so you have to stay tuned. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that. I bring a whole lot of videos like this. I talk about relationships, love, and everything you might even want me to talk about. You just let me know about it. Okay, so don't forget to like and subscribe. I am very, very grateful to have you in this video. Thank you and see ya.